Nigeria has stated it will welcome military assistance from the United States to fight Islamist insurgents, provided its territorial integrity is respected. The announcement came in response to threats from U.S. President Donald Trump, who said he ordered the Pentagon to prepare for potential fast military action if the West African nation fails to stop the killing of Christians. A presidential advisor sought to downplay tensions, emphasizing a joint resolve to fight terrorism despite Trump's critical remarks. The long-standing conflict involves groups like Boko Haram and Islamic State West Africa Province, which have caused widespread havoc for over 15 years. While the violence has killed thousands, analysts note the vast majority of victims have been Muslims, with the insurgency largely confirmed to the country's northeast. Well, founder, Truth Be Told Network, Bola Bakare, joins us now for a chat on the Trump threat over Christian killings and the need to de-escalate the diplomatic crisis. Good afternoon, Mr. Bakare. Many thanks for joining us on Newsday.
Like I said earlier, I'm glad to be here. And my first word will be to the United States of America on the demise of Dick Cheney. But to America and his family, my condolences.
Absolutely. Now, of course, Trump threatened consequences over Christian killings. Whether or not this is about the killing of Christians, Muslims, the point is Nigerians are being killed on a daily basis, to put it lightly. How would you rate the way this administration has handled the issue of terrorism, banditry, however you want to frame it, the issue of insecurity that has prompted this feedback or response from Trump?
Thank you, Cynthia, and I'm glad to be here, like I said earlier. I would like us to take things in perspective. Let us start with what has happened lately and then pedal back a little bit. When this position came from Trump that, well, he would not mind coming to Nigeria with boots on ground to come and take care and protect Christians. We need to look at it as Nigerians, and we need to look at it with a bigger perspective. One of the things that happened lately was when our president said he was going to syndicate a meeting with President Trump. Most Nigerians were saying, oh, it's belated. Should he be doing that now? He shouldn't be doing that now. He can't make a headway out of it. I would like to take the average Nigerian, if not every one of us, back a little bit. When President Trump came up with the idea that he felt America was being cheated and was going to increase his tariff all over the world, if there is anything called first world, second world, third world, everybody that was first world was kowtowing to Trump. The UK, France, Canada, everywhere, South Korea, Japan, even in the Middle East, they offered him a $400 million jet just to pamper him. And when our own president, with due regard to us as it is, we are not first world. When our own president said, well, I should go and see President Trump, they are saying, oh, what is he going to do that? First world countries, they've done that to Trump. Second world countries, they've done that to Trump. Why wouldn't we do that? But be that as it may, that was a good move from Mr. President in as much as he gets things done. But let's now boil down to brass tacks in terms of insecurity, terrorism, banditry in Nigeria. Fellow Nigerians, for God's sake, I am a Nigerian and I am proud that Nigerians are among the smartest people on earth. But be that as it may, we have a lot of non-thinkers within us. When it comes to insecurity and banditry and terrorism, it is not in Nigeria alone. If we're talking in terms of Nigeria, terrorism in Nigeria is at a baby stage. Yes, I'm listening, my sister.
I understand that you're giving us...
Let me just land a little bit. Let me land.
Okay. I understand that you're giving us background, but we do have a limited amount of time. How would you rate how this administration has handled insecurity?
Good. As we see it, it is a global phenomenon. Most of what is happening in terms of terrorism that we call insecurity and the banditry is a global phenomenon. In most cases, it is not what we want. It is not what we invite. But most of the things that are happening all over the world are foreign-induced. Agreed. If it's foreign-induced or not, we are managing it as is. But another thing that is gaining traffic now is the element of what Trump is saying, that Christians are being persecuted. Not just persecuted alone, that genocide of Christians. That statement is pure fallacy. Because our president, President Bola Tinubu, says he is an advocate of free religion. The man is not just saying it, he is walking the talk. Our president is a Muslim, his wife is a Christian. Which better way can you put it? And the situation we have on ground, when we think in terms of the Middle Belt, where there is a lot of all these killings, I am not a morbid person, so I don't count numbers. Be they Christians, be they Muslims, I don't count numbers. But the thing is, because of that enclave, because of the external powers that do not wish us well, I'll tell you the truth, most people do not wish you well. Even your own brother, like a case of Cain and Abel. Cain killed his own sibling because he didn't wish him well. So the rest of the world might not wish us well, so they do things that are against us. We are doing the best we can when it comes to taking care of terrorism. But the funny thing is, when we are fighting terrorism, virtually everything we use in fighting terrorism we purchase from outside. The same person who is telling you you're not fighting enough is the same person who is selling you the arms to fight. It's the same person who is selling arms to the person you are fighting.
All right,
Mr.
Mr.
The world
Bakare.
in itself, it's not a comfortable place. My dear, please, we need to
No, you're
Because,
not answering the question, Mr. Bakare. You've given us context. You've said that terrorism is a global phenomenon, and you've also said that we've done the best that we can. But clearly, if Nigerians are dying every day, whether they're Muslim or Christian, this is the worst the insecurity has been. For instance, in 2016, it was the APC during the late President Buhari's tenure. In 2016, that's when Operation Safe Corridor was introduced, whereby it's basically the repentant terrorism program, where any terrorist who surrendered or was caught would go through a program, and some have even questioned that. This administration has not necessarily dismissed that. It's upheld Operation Safe Corridor, and some analysts are even questioning the authenticity and efficiency of that program. So whatever element you want to look at, this is the worst case of insecurity Nigeria is experiencing. That's why I've asked you how you would rate how this administration is handling that. If we're experiencing the worst case of insecurity, and you're saying we've done the best that we can, is it also fair to say that the president has failed when it comes to protecting Nigerians?
My dear Cynthia, I am not saying we've done the best we can. Fighting insecurity is work in progress on a global scale, not just here alone, on a global scale. Because they will keep coming. People will still keep recruiting them. People will still want Nigeria to be a state that is not stable. As we speak, we are moving towards a stability in our Nigerian state. And when I say stability, it's unfortunate that most Nigerians, you inclusive, we should be thinking in terms of what good are we doing that is making people envious of us. Let me cite you one instance. The last time CNN came on air and said the trade balance between Nigeria and the US is at par. I'll tell you one thing for free. Trump does not like stuff like that. You'll probably be wondering, Nigeria, we're at par with Nigeria? How come? How did that happen? Not just that alone. I am giving you instances of why some people are interested in making us uncomfortable. Lately, Dangote has put up a refinery, one of the best in the world. If he upgrades, he will become #1 in the world. As we speak, he's one of the first top 10. In other words, we are taking their economy, we are taking their business away from them. And these are situations that we need. What they were doing before is a situation of, let them bring their crude, we refine, we sell it back to them. If they are getting too comfortable, we sell ham today. We don't manufacture any hams. We buy them. Look at Africa. Look at Sudan. The RSF is being backed by UAE. For God's sake, what is UAE doing with the RSF? giving them arms to go and fight their own people and kill their own people. The same thing is happening in Nigeria. Some people somewhere are feeding these guys with arms, with money, with logistics, with mobility to make sure they destabilize Nigeria. And why would they want to destabilize your country, my country, our country? It's because we are working towards a state where stability is there. We are working towards stability. All the avenues of loose funds from government, this administration is blocking all those leakages and loopholes, whatever name you want to give to it. Corruption, leakages, loopholes, this administration is blocking it. And they are not happy with it. Nigerians that benefit from it are not happy. They are not happy. They want the administration to go, they want to go back to the status quo. The people out there, where we steal our funds and go and keep our funds with, they are not happy. That we are making headway in terms of being self-sufficient, being a sovereign state.
How are we making headway in being self-sufficient? How?
My dear, if you are fighting somebody, it's going to be on a regular basis. As we speak, our funds in billions of dollars that we were using for subsidy, we canceled subsidy. There are beneficiaries of subsidy. I have tapes of Nigerian, one who was an ex-governor who said they are tired of making money from subsidy. Some people are looting our treasury, looting our commonwealth. We've stopped that.
And what do we do with what we saved from that? What was done with the money that was saved from the removal of subsidy? That's a question Nigerians are still asking.
My dear, you're a media person. Lately, you must have had, everybody knows that the funds that are being saved from the subsidy are being passed on to the subnationals. For the first time in ages, all the money they are getting is so high they cannot believe it. Most of them are going into infrastructure development. Nearly all the states are going into infrastructure development. And then we all can see it. Don't be pegged to FCT like I am, or be pegged to Lagos like you are. Go to other states too. You will see the effect of this. And if you think in terms of our money that has been floated, for God's sake, you need to listen to people that are seasoned. You need to listen to Sanusi, who is an ex-CBN man. You need to listen to Soludo, who is an ex-CBN governor. You need to listen to Konjo-Iweala, who is a world-class economist.
Okay, but
on the WTO level. What did they say?
As we round up with you,
we are making headway. It's not a soft thing. It's not an overnight thing. We are making headway, and a lot of people do not like us from making headways, both outdoors and indoors. And by God's grace, inshallah, we are going to make headway, and this administration is going to make a fantastic headway, in as much that every one of us, every Nigerian, is part of this making Nigeria great.
As we round up with you, in spite of all that you said, that we're making headway, to some extent, from your perspective, we're making headway in terms of our economy. We're not making headway in terms of insecurity. Now, finally, what is the way forward, confronted with all the realities, all that you've laid out so far regarding ulterior motives by the Trump administration and the likes? What is the way forward to ensure that Nigerians can be secure once again? What's the best way to proceed?
Let me use an analogy for you. The analogy is based on the fact of your head and your total anatomy. We have a government in place. Let us give the government a chance to deliver on its promises. A term in governance is 4 years. This government has just spent 2 years. The government has made an impact. I have talked to virtually every Nigerian on the divide, on all sides of the divide. All they are saying is the government is doing well, but it's not doing enough. That is the phenomena of life in itself. Nobody is a perfect state. We are doing enough. Life is work in progress. Nigeria is work in progress. Security is work in progress. Economy is work in progress. Even you and I, our life is work in progress. So what we do is, let us use that word, renewed hope. If a man wakes up in the morning without hope, you're as good as dead. The renewed hope agenda of this administration is something we all can key into. And then Nigeria is a better place. That is why people are envious of us. And not to worry, we will survive it and we will move greater strides.
Well, it's 2 years into the administration and a lot of Nigerians have paid the ultimate price. While you insist that we give the administration a chance, more Nigerians are being killed and kidnapped. on a daily basis. But we'd like to thank you for your optimism and your analysis here on Newsday, Mr. Bakare. Thank you so much for joining us.